Health Watch is presented by UMass Memorial Healthcare. Here, caring for you.
As adults, we try not to overindulge, and then we try to make sure we have these New Year's resolutions to exercise. But for children, the same rules apply. The holidays are a time of overeating, and we can all remember, Thanksgiving dinners where we're told you need to finish your plate, or an aunt that we see once a year says, "You're too skinny," and wants that child to eat more. But the same things apply to children, and we don't want children to overeat. We don't want to send them that message they should eat to finish their plate, or eat to please someone, or eat just because the food is in front of them. One of the big challenges to battling obesity in childhood is this idea that children eat all the time, or eat when they're bored, or eat to please others. And we want children to learn how to eat responsibly and eat to the point of where they feel full and not beyond. Another thing that we tend to do around holidays is eat late at night. We tend to have our dinners later in the evening, and we all know that late night eating is also one of the factors that's associated with obesity. And another thing that happens through the holidays is a lack of sleep. We're out, we're visiting relatives, we're doing all these things, and another important factor is lack of sleep that contributes to obesity. One of the things I tell parents all the time is never worry about the child that doesn't eat. Children will be okay if they miss a meal. Children will be okay. They will always rebound. So if they happen to not be wanting to eat Thanksgiving dinner, it's okay. You know what? They made it 2 hours later. They made it the next day. But what we don't want to do, again, is force feed that child. So if they want to go and have fun with family and friends, let them do that and let them eat when they're hungry and when they're ready to eat. For children, it's not even so much that we should think about it just around the holidays and at the start of the new year, but it should be something that's ingrained into their lifestyle. So, when we see children in our office, we're constantly, reinforcing the idea that you need about an hour a day of physical activity, whether that's through gym class, whether through it's sports, or whether it's through a family hike. Whatever you do, that should be ingrained as part of your lifestyle. And I think if it is, children will not have trouble after the holidays in terms of having to now figure out what they need to do.
What about sort of special situations? I mean, I know that the number of children with diabetes, for example, has been increasing. Are there other, sort of more common medical situations that people need to be thinking about?
The rules, while they do apply to this, increasing population of teenagers that may have type 2 diabetes or high cholesterol, it will really apply to everybody, and that is, we're going to limit the sweet snacks that children are exposed to. Be it on a daily basis or be it on the holidays. Now, obviously I'm coming at 2 weeks off of Halloween now, and of course it's okay to have Halloween candy, but again, it's not the message that you want to send that we want to do this on a regular basis. Same thing applies to any dessert or anything that you eat. We tend to eat more dessert around the holidays. Again, in moderation, that's okay, but it's something that we want to make sure we tell children too, hey, you know what? You don't need that second piece of cake. Or you don't need, despite what grandma might be saying, because we know that long term that habit that forms will lead to significant problems later on. And then for that child that may already be suffering from obesity or diabetes, well, that also becomes a huger issue where, we need to really moderate what they do. The basic thing is, again, don't verge too far off from a routine. It's okay to verge off from routine, but not too much. Be mindful that children will stop eating when they're full and that's okay. If you're a family member who's seeing a child and you see them once a year, don't tell them they're too skinny. Don't tell them they have to finish their plate, or don't ask the parents, well, do you feed that child? Because those are the kinds of things that make people feel like they need to eat more or eat beyond what they should normally eat.